Well, guys, yet again, the U.S. fails to
Who are you looking at?
act. Joe Biden and his incompetent administration do nothing. For those of you
Nothing
who
at all.
haven't
They just let it slide by. They didn't scramble any jets to watch it. They didn't take any precautions like they said they did. They haven't been watching it since it was in Canada. They didn't close the drapes because they were going to have some little afternoon delight. They didn't do anything. Guys, you have to understand that just because four of these things passed over the country during the Trump administration and you never heard about them, guys, what's my note? Shit, I'm off topic.
seen it, apparently,
No, not apparently. Actually.
there's a spy balloon that was floating over Montana yesterday. Now, many suspect it's from China. Probably
No, they've. This is 3 hours ago he posted this. It is from China. They said so. Many suspect fuck nothing. It is. We know it is. And you know what? As dumb as this is, that he either doesn't know or pretends not to know, I would like to say for the record that part of him going, we don't even know, is to create this illusion that nobody's doing anything. No one's doing their job. No one's trying. This is fucking 9/11, the balloon. This is 9/11 as a meets the Macy's Day Parade for these fuckheads.
but literally a surveillance balloon over the United States. And what does the Biden administration do? Nothing. Nothing.
They didn't do anything. They listened to the Air Force, and the Air Force said, "Yeah, we got it. We're keeping an eye on it. We're good. We're blocking it and jamming it. We're following it. It's not going to do anything." Where there is a concern that it's full of razor blades dipped in anthrax, and if we pop it, it'll just fly down on Montana and kill a bunch of red hat maggots. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So
do anything.
They're not doing anything, guys. I had to take this picture. This was taken from a tourist photographer in Billings.
Why not shoot it down? My father just said, shoot down the balloon. What?
Right, because he's a fucking moron. And again, the big reason I would say is because it could be dangerous. Could land on some Americans. It could have contagion. I mean, there's all sorts of reasons why. From a strategic point of view, you're like, is it doing any harm? No, let it float by. Shoot it down when it goes out over the water. Okay.
Shoot it down. You can see what they're looking at. You can figure out if there's technology in there that maybe we don't.
Yes, you can shoot it down and capture it to see if they have capabilities we don't have. They don't at all.
You could figure out again what they're looking at and where
they're looking at Montana. And literally, it's flying over areas where Chinese spy satellites cross over all the time, and they don't see anything. Maybe they're just like, maybe if we get a little closer, or
it came from. But no.
It came from China. Came from Central China. It was launched in Central China. They actually have they've had the tracking of it up for.
Sit there and observe while they continue to gather data, while we do nothing, and while we look like we're impotent. On a world stage. Okay? I mean, about this. What do you think the Chinese would do if America had a spy balloon over China? You think let it slide. We look like weaklings, and one has to ask the obvious question. How many of our decisions that are being made on a daily basis that have neutered America on a world stage are being made because Joe Biden and or his family are compromised by our enemies? Okay? You think the billion-dollar China...
Fucking hell. Was I muted that whole thing? God damn it. To do this stupid shit again. Why does it do it? Like, I did nothing. Hold on. Is it a... Now I've got bogeys in the system. Hold on. I'm going back to... I'm so slow. What is happening? Okay, now, when I transfer over... Okay. Nothing happened. There's a mute button on the top of this mic. If I tap it, it mutes and unmutes. You guys saw I have not touched it during the time the video was on there. Is it, my breath is as hot as I, like, is that what's fucking going on? Oh my God, it's aggravating. Stay. You make no sense, you crazy microphone. No muting. Hold on. Go back to here. Maybe it's something else. Hold on. Screw this. Go back to everything's. Here we go. Move this guy out of the way. I'm fixing something. Hold on. Take this guy over here. What the extra hell is going on? Because all I can think of is I've got a double hotkey that's fucking with me, and it makes no sense. By the way, my the hard drive in my other computer totally cadavered. Got to start from scratch. Good times. It's a party. So yeah. All right. Nope. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Okay. At this point, we can wait. I don't even know. We'll see. Blah. Weird. Okay. Wish me luck. Sorry about the lack of sound. Muted here, Don Jr. for yes. I think I fixed it. Anyways, the part that I was saying about this, of course, is twofold. There were four of these allegedly during the Trump administration, at least, and we never heard about it until now. And he didn't shoot him down. They just flew over, and that was that. I guess he still wanted to, he was trying to make his deal, and the trade deal, so he didn't want to upset the apple cart, as it were. And by the way, not doing, just for the record, for everybody, I think this is a good thing in general. Just because the person you're talking to or about isn't doing what you want them to do, doesn't mean they aren't doing anything at all. Even if they are ignoring you, that's an activity. And in this case, completely justified. I'm almost like he thinks Biden isn't doing anything about the balloon because he's in bed with the Chinese or they own him or some shit. I would say that there's a bigger chance, there's a much larger chance that Biden's not shooting it down just to irritate these fuckers.
Hunter Biden was because he was a wonderful investor,
Yes.
All those incredible crackheads on Wall Street,
Yes, there's lots of them, and they are all more wealthy than you are. Have you seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Lots of them, folks.
Maybe you're just on the wrong cocaine.
The Chinese, they don't do any diligence. They just hand out billions like Oprah hands out books. Like,
she hands out other stuff, but mostly the book club is so that everybody knows the book she's reading so that they can buy it themselves. Also, if they hand out billions like that, and they don't give a fuck, why'd they only give your dad 17 million? That we know of. I guess that's a fact that we know of, but definitely less than $1 billion to your dad and to Ivanka. So,
stop.
In the name. All right.
We're making decisions that impact our country.
We are? Are we? Gosh, and here I thought I was just planning dinner.
Future, our
and our past.
Hegemony on the world stage.
Wait, did he just say our hegemony on the world stage?
Like, stop. We're making decisions that impact our country, our future, our hegemony on the world stage.
Okay, fantastic use of the word hegemony. A brand new use. Congratulations, John Jr., for taking the word that other people think is bad and trying to make it good when
decisions that will impact our children and our grandchildren, and we don't even bother to ask the question of,
okay, what's the question?
Hey, do you think maybe we're making bad decisions because the leader of the free world is totally compromised?
Do I think? Well, first of all, I obviously have an issue with the premise that I don't think we're making bad decisions. Did you see the jobs numbers today? For fuck's sake. But also, making bad decisions because we're compromised. If we aren't making bad decisions, then he's doing it, I don't know, maybe he's just doing it out of the kindness of his heart. It's like a Jimmy Carter thing.
How is it possible
that you pretend to know what you're talking about while staring at a Post-it note just to the right of your camera?
some of this stuff was even, like, it, one...
What?
The leader of the free world is totally compromised? How is it possible? If some of this stuff was even, like, 1% of this was happening under my father, and it involved...
Four times the amount of Chinese spy balloons that we know of flew over the United States during your dad's time. Do you want to stack up, like, COVID deaths and shit, too?
Me, it would be a global story, non-ending. It would never...
Oh, nigga. I hate when I get mid-sentence, and then I gotta double back for the word I left on the curb.
And incessant bombardment.
Incessant. Which is, he's like, wait a minute.
Did I just say I want to fuck my sister?
Incessant is the, don't, when you're talking about your dad and incessant comes out of your mouth. It's just, I'm just saying, might not be a Freudian slip.
And that would be right. That's what we should be doing. But no, we're going to sit there and observe. The rest of the world is going to watch us be impotent. They're going to watch us continue to be weak. They're going to wonder what else they can do to take advantage of us. And our allies are also watching, saying, man, is America ever going to be there if we actually need them? And the answer...
Asshole, we are. This asshole wants us to stop supporting Ukraine. The fuck?
Right now is probably not.
Thanks. But way to be definitive. What chapter of Art of the Deal is that? You got to be precise, definitive. Say things like, obviously, maybe.
Shoot the thing down.
I don't care if it's full of syringes filled with anthrax. Shoot it out of the sky. Let it fall on Montana. Who cares if it's got depleted uranium coating the inside of the thing and it was a trick to get us to shoot it down? This is not the time for sane responses. This is the time for overreaction and panic. Our manhood is being questioned. What an asshole. Hold on. Pick this guy.
Figure out what's going on. Don't look like a weakling.
Well, here's the thing. If you shoot it down without figuring out what's going on and whether or not it's, causing any harm, or maybe even just getting it to a place where you could capture it better, that's a sign of weakness, I would think. It looks like you're panicking. Like, oh, shit, we had no idea they could see stuff from up there. Like, come on.
And this would have been an American directive for decades, but under Joe Biden and
This would have been an American directive for decades. Look, if this asshole had never been anywhere near politics, I'd almost forgive his, politi-gibberish. But his fucking dad was president for 4 years.
shoot the thing down, figure out what's going on, don't look like a weakling. I mean, this would have been an American directive for decades, but under Joe Biden and this administration, we're just going to observe casually. We're going to do nothing. No one's going to have any consequences, and that's it. That's the...
We're never going to spank Xi Jinping. There won't be any tickling.
Democrat mantra. There's no accountability, no consequences, and it's not just in military or political. You see that in every walk of their ethos at this point.
Every walk of their ethos. This is...
Every aspect of their life. You don't have to be accountable. We'll put you on a government program. We'll take care of you. Don't...
Dude who lives off his dad's money. Hey, anybody seen any Don Jr. products? Ever? I mean, say what you will about Ivanka's Chinese trademarks, but in theory, she was at least hiring designers and coming up with product that wasn't just another, a purse with a T on it or some shit.
Worry about yourself. Don't be self-sustaining. Don't be self-sufficient.
Again, lives off his dad's tit.
Be weak and be dependent. That's what they want for us. Don't let it happen, folks.
Yes. Don't let it happen, folks. Get out there and shoot that balloon. Who cares if it's full of razor blades coated in Ebola? The important thing is it comes down quickly near a bunch of Americans. This is not the time for sane, rational thought. This is the time for panic.